Thanks for tuning in. This is Sweet Cyclist. Today we're going to go over the heat molding process for Bont cycling shoes. Whether you have bunions, hammer toes, high arches, or even average feet, heat molding really allows you to customize the shoes exactly to your feet. Today we'll be doing an overview of the heat molding process for Bont cycling shoes, but we recommend you follow the manufacturer's guidelines if you have a different shoe. We've done the whole heat molding process for two models, the Bont Cycling Helix, shown on the left, and the Vapor S, shown on the right. With these shoes, you can actually heat mold the carbon soles in the comfort of your own home using a standard oven at relatively low temperatures. While this isn't equivalent to a fully custom shoe, it really allows you to dial in the fit at a fraction of the cost. With the Bont cycling shoes, there are a few basic steps. You prepare the shoes, you heat them up, and finally you wear them to mold them in. Let's jump right into it. So the first step is to prepare the shoes, and that involves removing the factory insoles and making sure there's no cleats attached. With the insoles, it takes a little bit of force to take them out, but once you get enough leverage, they will come out. They're not glued in. You definitely want to remove these as they will become damaged and will have to be replaced if you place them in the high heat of the oven. You want to take them out both shoes, and again, make sure any accessories are removed. So the second step is to turn up the heat in your oven. Now you don't need a cool pink oven like we have. You can even use countertop ovens, as Bont only recommends 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 70 Celsius, which is quite low. Now if you don't trust the thermometer on your oven, you can even use a little baking thermometer to make sure you reach temperature. You don't want to do it too high or too low, as if you do it too high, you damage it, and too low, you won't actually start the process. Then you place the shoes in there. Bont recommends about 20 minutes for the process. I recommend periodically checking on it to make sure the soles are actually soft to touch. They'll be a little more malleable than they were cold. So once you're happy with it, you come back and you remove it. Now the shoes will be kind of hot, and you will actually smell some of the carbon as well. Carefully remove it, and now we'll heat mold it to our feet. So now for the most awkward but important part of the heat molding process. This is where you actually get the soles to mold to your feet. And that requires having the shoes warm enough that the sole is still moldable, but not so hot that you'll burn your feet. So once they're at a comfortable enough temperature, you want to reinstall the insoles, and then you want to loosely tighten down the dials. You don't want to overdo it, as it'll actually cause the insole to bend a little bit. So once you have them loosely in place, you want to stand in a location with your knees bent and just wait till these shoes cool down a bit and mold. Now for us, this took about 2 iterations to really get it down. The first time partially got us there, while the second time really relieved the pressure points. You can repeat the process as many times as needed though. So if you find out you have pressure points later, you can always come back and repeat the process. Also, if you have pressure points, you can attack them with a blunt object like the back of a screwdriver to really localize the molding process. So if you have low arches, high arches, you can really attack it individually without putting the shoes on and off. So once the Vapor S shoes were heat molded, it really felt like a big difference. We did the process twice, and it really relieved a lot of the pressure I felt around my toes and arches. And I really felt the soles really contour around me. So once they're heat molded, you have a more custom fit. It felt like we had better power transfer and less awkwardness. So it really allows you to focus on riding instead of your feet. Thanks for watching the Cyclist Guide to Heat Molding. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist, reminding you to enjoy the ride.